U.S. financial news. Today's U.S. financial landscape is dominated by turbulence in the stock market and growing economic uncertainty. The S&P 500 and other major indexes closed lower yesterday, March 11th, extending a sell-off that has investors on edge. Reports indicate stocks fell amid fresh concerns over President Donald Trump's tariff policies and signs of an economic slowdown. The Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P 500 saw declines, described as a roller coaster trading session, with the S&P 500 down about 0.5%, flirting with correction territory. This comes after Citigroup downgraded U.S. stocks from overweight to neutral, citing weaker job growth and a pause in the exceptional financial performance of American firms. A major driver of this unrest is Trump's latest tariff announcement. Effective this morning, March 12th, a new 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports from Canada has been imposed, raising the total to 50% when combined with existing duties. Trump justified this move as a retaliation to Ontario's 25% tariff on electricity exports to the U.S., calling Canada one of the highest tariffing nations. Analysts at Goldman Sachs responded by slashing their 2025 GDP forecast from 2.4% to 1.7% and raising inflation projections to 3%, reflecting fears that these trade barriers could choke growth. Companies like Kohl's are feeling the pinch, too, projecting a 5 to 7% drop in net sales for fiscal 2025, far worse than expected, partly due to tariff-related cost pressures. On a brighter note, some sectors are showing resilience. Viking Cruises reported solid Q4 earnings, with $1.35 billion in revenue and a 26% increase in 2025 advance bookings, suggesting consumer spending in luxury travel remains robust despite broader economic fears. However, the White House is pushing back against recession talk, even as household worries grow and layoffs hit their highest levels since early pandemic days. The mixed signals, job growth continuing but layoffs rising, paint a picture of an economy in flux. U.S. political news. Politically, Washington is buzzing with activity as deadlines loom and Trump's policies take center stage. House Republicans are racing to pass a spending bill by Friday, March 14th, to avoid a government shutdown. Released yesterday, the continuing resolution aims to fund the government through September, but with the political center shrinking, bipartisan support is shaky. Speaker Mike Johnson has been vocal about the GOP's budget priorities, emphasizing fiscal discipline amid tariff-driven economic debates. Trump remains a lightning rod. Late last week, he signed an order creating a cryptocurrency strategic reserve, using seized Bitcoin, a move that's dividing opinions. Supporters see it as a bold step toward embracing digital finance, while critics warn of speculative risks. Meanwhile, his pick for Voice of America, Kari Lake, is stirring controversy given her polarizing reputation from the 2022 Arizona Senate race. And in a bizarre twist, former NFL star Le'Veon Bell claims he's being targeted for backing Trump's 2025 presidential bid, though details remain murky. Elsewhere, the FBI has joined the search for Sudiksha Konanki, a 20-year-old American college student missing since March 6 in the Dominican Republic. Her disappearance during spring break in a tourist hotspot has sparked national attention, with officials urging vigilance. On a cosmic note, Americans are gearing up for a rare bloodworm moon total lunar eclipse tomorrow night into March 14th, offering a brief distraction from political gridlock. World news globally, the headlines are a mix of hope and tension. In Ukraine, a breakthrough emerged yesterday, March 11th, as Kyiv accepted a U.S. proposed ceasefire with Russia. The U.S. agreed to resume military aid and intelligence sharing, boosting the euro to a 5-month high briefly before tariff fears dragged markets down again. This development follows days of fighting in Syria, where the government announced it's halting military action against Assad loyalists, signaling a potential de-escalation in the region, though skepticism remains about its longevity. In Europe, Chaos struck Paris yesterday when an unexploded W-Pui bomb was found near Gare du Nord, halting Eurostar trains to London and all services to northern France. The disruption underscores the lingering echoes of history in modern life. Closer to home, the UK is probing an unexplained ship collision off its coast, with authorities racing for clues amid choppy waters and economic jitters. In Asia, China's economy is grappling with deflationary pressures. One store's strategy of holding flash sales 4 times a day highlights consumer caution, while Evergrande Property Services projects a 37% profit drop for the year. Car sales rose modestly by 1.3% in early 2025, but the mood remains cautious. Meanwhile, Foxconn unveiled its first large language model, a tech leap that could ripple through global supply chains.